A terrible visitor from some lost prehistoric world alive in Southern California.
Monster 反受毁灭，大家没意多请他们看见。
Protoman, you're not gonna believe what just happened. A tiny little lady popped up on my computer board. And she told me that I'm the only one that can stop this upcoming monster that's coming through. I can't do this. Why me? Do you have any advice?
That sounds just like the movie Zarkorr the Invader.
He's just a few towns away! But we... Oh, Jesus. Oh, fine. This is Kaiju Review.
The city could be blown away tonight. Zarkorr! Zarkorr!
A group of guys witness rumbling on the side of a mountain. The monster emerges from the mountainside, and the film has only just begun.
Meanwhile, in Newark, New Jersey, Tommy Ward, a postal worker, is getting ready for work when a tiny woman appears on his countertop. The girl explains that Tommy has been selected to protect the Earth as a test set up by aliens to determine if humanity are worthy of existing. She adds that exactly half of Earth's population are better suited to the task, while the other half are less qualified, meaning Tommy's right in the middle.
Tommy then learns of the monster's attack, which is being covered by various news sources on TV. On one station, a cryptozoologist, Stephanie Martin, is stumbling with talking about what she thinks the monster might be. She suspects that it might be something like a dinosaur. Tommy finally gets a glimpse of the monster as he watches the news.
The tiny girl begins explaining the rules for defeating the monster, Zarkorr. She states that Zarkorr cannot be defeated by any weapons made by humans.
Not guns, tanks, A-bombs, H-bombs, anthrax bombs, slingshots, swords.
No pointed stick.
Shut up!
But the means of defeating him are on Earth. She also explains that Zarkorr is targeting Tommy and is rampaging in his direction. She finishes by telling him that he may use whatever resources on Earth he likes, but that she cannot help him aside from explaining the rules. Also, Zarkorr contains the key to his own destruction. And then she wishes Tommy good luck before leaving the movie.
He's really not that far from town!
Zarkorr continues to rampage. Tommy drives to the TV studio where Stephanie is about to be interviewed as he thinks she might be of some help to him. He tries to convince her to help him. It doesn't go over very well, and long story short, cops are called in to deal with the accidental hostage situation. During all this, the news station is covering the story as it develops.
Tommy pleads his case, and one of the cops, George Ray, actually starts believing him, though he also starts rambling about aliens. With George's help, they get the other cop handcuffed in the restroom, and Tommy manages to escape with Stephanie.
Zarkorr continues his rampage. Over the radio, Tommy's group hears more about Zarkorr's rampage, which manages to convince Stephanie that Tommy is telling the truth. The group hides out in a warehouse where they consider where to hide out from the authorities and what to do about Zarkorr.
Stephanie leads them to a hacker.
Not hacker. Hacker is a demeaning term. I prefer cybernaut. Cybernaut,
friend of hers, Arthur, who is basically an internet troll. Arthur is clearly unhinged and antisocial, but is really good at being a hacker, cybernaut. We get more news coverage of Zarkorr. Arthur gets the information that Tommy and the others need.
He's really closer now. We're all gonna die.
Zarkorr decides to change things up by continuing to rampage. Revealing the information they have, Arthur suggests they hit Zarkorr's off switch. Tommy thinks that might actually be the right idea. Arthur looked for the information to relate to the time Zarkorr activated. They use the information to locate a place that may have Zarkorr's off switch and head out to a small town of Winston, Arizona.
They arrive in Winston and, pretending to be government agents, investigate a mysterious object that crashed into a diner. On the television, they learn that Zarkorr is changing its direction to head towards Tommy's new location. Tommy realizes the object may be the key to stopping Zarkorr and decides to take it with them. They meet some opposition, but George manages to convince the locals to let them leave.
The group heads towards Zarkorr as Tommy figures out how to use the object. The group encounter an officer who tells them to turn back, and they attempt to trick the officer, but Tommy ends up having to drive past him. Tommy draws Zarkorr's attention and uses the object as a mirror to reflect Zarkorr's I-beam back at him, destroying the monster.
Later, a news reporter covers Tommy and the others at the hospital Tommy's recovering at, and basically interviews the man who just saved the world. She mentions how there's a movement to elect him into the presidential office. As the credits roll, we're treated to a pretty good theme song for the monster. Pretty good movie, huh?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
Give you any ideas on how to deal with your monster problem?
Oh yeah. But the monster is just right out of town.
I'm Proto Matt.
And I'm out of here.
What he said?